U.S. vows to defend Taiwan amid Chinese military incursions.
Here's a summary of the article.
The United States has reaffirmed its commitment to defend the democratic island of Taiwan amid ongoing incursions from China's military in recent weeks. A Chinese aircraft carrier group conducted drills in waters off Taiwan, and as 15 Chinese warplanes entered Taiwan's Air Defense Identification Zone on Wednesday, the fifth day of incursions into the zone by China's People's Liberation Army. Taiwan's military responded by scrambling planes to monitor the Chinese aircraft, issuing radio warnings and mobilizing air defense systems until the aircraft left the area, its Ministry of Defense said. Taiwan Foreign Minister Joseph Wu warned on Wednesday that the country would fight to the very last day if the Chinese Communist Party, which has never controlled Taiwan, were to invade. CCP leader Xi Jinping has told the country's military and armed police force to get combat ready to defend national sovereignty and security, amid fears that Beijing may be planning an invasion of democratic Taiwan in the next few years. The top U.S. military commander in the region has warned that China could be preparing to bring forward plans to invade Taiwan as early as 2027. In 2018, the Pentagon warned that the PLA is gradually preparing for a possible invasion of Taiwan, as the CCP continued to develop and deploy increasingly advanced military capabilities intended to coerce Taiwan, signal Chinese resolve, and gradually improve capabilities for an invasion.
This post received a score of 8,600, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Sure would get complicated if China invaded Taiwan at the same time as Putin invading Ukraine. Would really test alliances.
If that would happen, it wouldn't just be us going to war. That and China vs Taiwan would mainly be a Navy and Air Force battle, while Ukraine and Russia would be Army and Marines and Air Force. That being said, I really don't see three nuclear superpowers going to war directly. We would be fucked.
5 nuclear powers. It's almost certain that the UK and France will get involved. The UK is sending a carrier strike group to the South China Sea in the coming months.
I'd be willing to bet India jumps in on our side too, just cause the beef they got with China. Could be wrong, but I believe they are a nuclear powerhouse as well.
Pakistan is kinda being chill with India, due to tensions with China, so that'd be good.
India and Pakistan joining forces would definitely help tip the scale in a positive direction for the West.
Everyone in this thread is way too optimistic about WW3.
Because it's not something to worry about.
Yeah, we'll all just get turned into ash. And everybody left alive will get painful ass cancer and then die a month later. EZPZ.
Did you mean painful ass cancer or painful ass cancer? Greater than a Chinese aircraft carrier, more like the Chinese aircraft carrier.
Don't they have 2 now?
Also, it is projected that China may possess 5 or 6 aircraft carriers by the 2030s.
The amount of people arguing about military strength with the knowledge of a civilian who watches local news is insane.
Local news and YouTube channels, thank you very much.
This video is sponsored by War Thunder.
Not new, but I guess it needed to be reiterated for the ones in the back of the class.
Great, a global dick flexing contest with the world's biggest military powers. What could go wrong?
Greater than what could go wrong. In all this mess, only one thing is certain: Ukraine and Taiwan will get FSCKED.
Taiwan will be fine. A full-on invasion of Taiwan would be disastrous for trade, which China wants to avoid. This is just saber-rattling so China can flex its muscle.
Now what will the EU do to help the Ukraine now that 100,000 plus are at the border?
A two-front war is precisely what America has been preparing for since WW2 ended.
The media passed this off as an attempt to give the US a bloody nose in Syria from what I remember, but I also thought, holy fuck, Russian forces directly engaged US soldiers. Someone could use the whole Russian volunteers argument, but that is one of the aspects of how Putin's cynical interpretation of warfare works. The whole world knows Russian soldiers with their insignia scratched out are in Syria, Crimea, Georgia, and shit. The little green men are Russian soldiers trained in Russia to fight and kill at the Kremlin's direction. We are not there yet, but after Ukraine, what is to stop totally not Kremlin-backed separatists from popping up in Belarus or Moldova with the purpose of protecting ethnic Russians, however small that demographic may be, or some other, oh that kinda makes sense, excuse? I think Putin's game involves plausible deniability, infiltration, and lame excuses so he can get away with shitting on the sidewalk in front of NATO's front porch. The question is, how far is Putin willing to push NATO? I think he'll go as far as sowing armed unrest in NATO countries through state-sanctioned terrorists to wage asymmetrical war on the West using a series of tactics that allow Russia to avoid being held fully accountable.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.